Hello, everyone. It's Sean. Hope everyone's doing well. Winter's on its way. I know it's not quite fall yet, but it's coming. Um, there's two things I want to talk about today, and that is, I guess it's not a new layout design, but I'm calling it the contemporary back to basics layout, where instead of having a ton of scenery, all this grass and super detailed, model work for different things, it's just, track down on roadbed on a layout, or maybe even without roadbed, just sub roadbed, and just markers for buildings like this foam. Because it's simple. It is back to basics, enjoying the simple things about model trains. You don't have to have the nicest model trains, you don't have to have the most model trains, you just have to have what you want. And as long as you have what you want, you're happy. I know a couple other people that have this kind of layout where it's just, a simple oval with a couple of switches or a double track oval or whatever it may be. As long as you enjoy your layout, that's what matters most. There's really nothing too particular you have to a contemporary back to basics layout. You just need to have trains that operate. You need to have track. And you have to have fun. It's that simple. The biggest reason I'm doing this is because I'm a college student and I live with my parents at the moment. That will not be forever, and hopefully not for too long. When I graduate in 2 years, I'm hoping to be out of here and take my trains with me. Maybe this layout may not come with me, but the track will, the buildings will, the trees will, everything else will. So I'm really hoping that I really didn't want to get stuck down with having to tear all this stuff up when I move. I've done it before 100 times, where I get a layout started and I don't like it, so I tear it up and redo it. And this one is a great example of that, because I changed my mind and I went from modeling the electrified era of the Milwaukee Road and the Rockies to doing Wisconsin in the same layout space and just changing the track plan, which it never got finished. And then I went to doing this, and that was in a matter of a few months that happened. So I just want to say that, you know what? To all of those who have a layout like this, it's okay. If you love it and that's what you want, then by gum, enjoy it. Don't let anyone, say less of it. I mean, I've got pictures on Facebook and, YouTube videos that people watch of this, and they seem to enjoy it. I mean, I don't think it's a problem. I have fun. I mean, these towers here are not by any means scale or real. I mean, they're beer bottles. I mean, whoop-de-doo. No one cares. It's something that's cool. It fits in. I guess you could look at this as a genre of model railroading. Someday maybe I'll, excuse me, maybe someday I'll put down scenery on my final layout and do more than just trees, cars, and buildings. But I mean, if I don't want to, hell, I don't have to. That's why we have imaginations. I can see the road, I can see the crossbucks, I can see the gates, I can see the cars moving. I can see people walking through. And it's called having an imagination. I mean, call me crazy like everyone else does if you want to, but hey, I have fun. They haven't locked me up yet. And the last thing I want to touch on is, pardon me, is back orders. I recently got called from my hobby shop that my engines, my 3-8s, my RS1, and another locomotive from Atlas is going to be so far behind. And they said it's probably going to be another year before I see it. And I said, well, I've been waiting half a year or a year already. And he's like, well, if you want to cancel it, this is your last opportunity. So I canceled the order so I don't have to worry about him getting it and me sitting there feeling bad because I didn't buy it. Because I hate doing that. I feel that if you place an order for something, you are obligated to purchase it because you place that order. Whether or not your hobby shop holds it to you, or holds you to it, you should buy it. I mean, you ordered it, you're the one who should be using it, So I mean, it's nice they gave me the opportunity and I took it because I don't, not that I felt regret about buying it, buyer's remorse as they call it, but I simply don't feel like waiting another year for something that when I get it I may not be happy with. So I said, you know what? I'll cancel those orders for those 4 engines and I'll buy some other things. Because my tastes will eventually change. I've got a spare rail service car that I still have there that I have to buy because at one point I really wanted to get into rail service, you know, and I still haven't bought it. I will eventually. Since I spend probably a good 10 to 20% of my paycheck there, he doesn't seem to mind holding on to it for me. But that'll probably be the next thing I pick up. But I mean, if you order something, buy it. No matter how late or early it comes in, you should be prepared. It's your responsibility. I mean, this hobby is for people 14 and up when you get the stuff like this. And 14 and up, you should start becoming more responsible and have some morals. And one of those should be to hold yourself to what you tell others. Be a man or woman of your word. That's one thing that, especially in business, you have to be. Because if you're not, people don't trust you anymore. So, go ahead, place an order. If it doesn't come in on time, or if it comes in early, which I don't think we'll ever have to worry about, you should be a man or woman of your word and buy it. That's just how I think it should be. Now, one little update here is obviously there's this huge foam thing, and I extended my spur. And this will actually be the last thing because I have to go soon. But this is just a manufacturing area that I've made out of foam that I found at work because it was sitting there and they're going to throw it out, and I said, hey, I can use that for my layout. So it's not really manufacturing anything in particular, but right now technically it's manufacturing cat equipment. I extended my spur here, so I've still got my little freight depot, and I've got my spur, and I've had to add some shims here, as you can see, so that cars don't come running down because my layout is not level. This thing went up in probably the matter of a week or two, and I have yet to really adjust my legs that are adjustable. I've got little carriage bolts on the bottom of them that you can turn to adjust. So that's that, if you're wondering what that was. I'm just using my cars to hold it down in place and as a place to store them, so I don't have to put them back in the bins right away because I'll be changing them out. I think that's it. That's all I really have to say. So until next time, please have fun. Enjoy railroading. It's meant to be enjoyed. And take care. I'll leave you with this.